natural therapy is much better than synthetic therapy. But unfortunately, the Saguache County Police Department and Center Police Department don't think so. And because of that, they are holding our guy, Adam Kokesh, hostage in a cage. Everything's kind of backwoods and different around there, which is honestly kind of terrifying. The clerk told me to try to call the DA. The DA, who refused to give me her name, refused to let me finish any sentences, and refused to give me an email address, then told me that I could hand deliver these emails to her. What's going on, guys? Hi, Mary Jane, the commander in Keith here, feeling a whole lot better today than I have the past week and a half. Why? Because I had a therapy appointment this morning. No shame. Natural therapy is much better than synthetic therapy. But unfortunately, the Saguache County Police Department and Center Police Department don't think so. And because of that, they are holding our guy, Adam Kokesh, hostage in a cage, demanding he pay ransom to be released on the contingency that he return later and somehow admit to some sort of criminal activity, even though no victim can be named in this alleged criminal activity. So here's the latest. Everything is really confusing. Adam is sitting at the Saguache County Jail. However, he was stopped by Center Police Department, which is a separate municipality out in the middle of the Colorado Valley. So everything's kind of backwoods and different around there, which is honestly kind of terrifying. Last Friday, as the emails of support started coming in, I contacted the court clerk. And I asked them where everybody can send these emails so that I don't have to play middleman. After all, they should go directly to the court. That even more proves their legitimacy from the community. County court clerk gave me an email address. I proceeded to publish said email address. You guys started reaching out, and then all of a sudden Saturday, I get reports that people's emails are bouncing back, saying that they won't be delivered to the judge because people are not a party to this case. So I called today and yesterday and tried to get some information. The clerk told me to try to call the DA, that those letters of character witness can go to the DA. The DA, whoever answered the phone there, refused to give me her name, refused to let me finish any sentences, and refused to give me an email address, then told me that I could hand deliver these emails to her. So I started reaching out to the Colorado LP and the Colorado Liberty Activist Network, and we got a small group of people together that are going to escort me to the courthouse in order to not only deliver these letters that keep coming in. We've got a couple dozen so far. We need more. The judge needs to see how much the community needs Adam back out so that he can be progressing and doing good things for everybody like he tends to do. Anywho, delivering the messages. Also going to try to obtain the police report because there's a discrepancy in the Center Post Dispatch, which is the local news publication there. It says that Adam has open warrants in Texas, which made me scratch my head because even in his address to the public and letter to the judge, he notes his case, Texas v. Kokesh, where it was deemed that because he is a member of the Okinawa Native American Church, he is legally allowed to possess and transport psilocybin for sacramental and medicinal reasons. This is exactly why he refuses to book in. He is not committing a crime, and this precedent has been set before in court. All the Center Police Department need to do was look it up. But again, ignorance by law enforcement is never held accountable. That's what we're trying to do here right now, is make them be accountable, not just for the wrongful arrest, but for publishing in what the Center Post Dispatch told me they got their information from the police report. I will find out if that's true or not tomorrow when I get the police report. But if that's the case and the police report says that he was searched because of a warrant that's outstanding or something, we've got an illegal search right there. I still don't know what gave them probable cause to invade this combat veteran's privacy and go into his vehicle. I don't know what gives people probable cause to do that. as it happens every single day, as long as you wear the badge and the fancy costume, you get to invade people's privacy and disrupt their rights. This is not the America that we all have worked so hard before and that our ancestors before us worked so hard before. So keep that in mind. Keep sending the emails, Joie at the Freedom Line, JOIE at thefreedomline.com. I'll be delivering those tomorrow morning. Adam versus the Man is going to be bumped forward a few hours tomorrow. So instead of 5 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be broadcasting at 11:30 a.m. Pacific in order to be able to catch and broadcast live Adam's arraignment hearing for you, the public, to hear, which, by the way, is okay because this is all public record. Anybody from the public can call in. Make sure you put your phones on mute. They don't automatically mute like most conference call services do. We found that out the hard way last week, and we don't want to disrupt this court hearing whatsoever. Reportedly, Adam will be refusing to stand in front of the judge once again. Why? He hasn't committed a crime, period. And if he hasn't committed a crime, the statement that needs to be made by himself and everybody else is, I'm not signing your paperwork and admitting that I may have been involved in criminal activity when I clearly was not. And if it's not working in changing the laws and trying to hold the police departments accountable through lawsuits, it's time to change the game a little bit by peaceful non-compliance. And that's what Adam's doing right now. And again, I can't stress it enough. I am so proud of him. And like he said in his address, peaceful resistance is what is going to change this. Just imagine if everybody arrested for a non-violent crime refused to sign the paperwork and participate in the system, how quickly the city jails would fill up. Logistically, the police departments would have to make the decision to stop enforcing these nonviolent crimes in order to keep their communities safe and keep their focus on violent criminals like rapists and murderers and people who kill dogs and beat their wives and assault their neighbors and steal things. This is what we want our police departments to be focusing on. And we can defund the drug war to make that happen. That's another cry that we need to make. And that is a cry that we're making collectively by standing behind Adam as he stands up against police state terrorism. Yeah, I wish everybody got the phone calls and the response that Adam's getting right now, who gets arrested for a nonviolent crime. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. Adam, however, has the platform and the exposure and the gift of articulating the idea of freedom to make this stand right now. And he's not making it for himself. He's making it for everybody. I'm not participating in this solely for myself. It's because I want my son to have a future where his children can't be taken away from him simply because he may decide to be a medical cannabis patient, because that is the world that he and I are living in right now. It breaks my heart because the last time my partner, somebody I loved dearly, Lenny LaRue, got arrested over 2 grams of weed, he died not long after as a result of withdrawal side effects from pharmaceuticals. And now they have Adam, somebody I love dearly, somebody with whom I am incredible partner with, not just on the activism front, but in life itself. Reports say they roughed him up. We don't know if he has a broken arm, swollen, blood clot. A nurse looked at it, not a doctor. And it's terrifying. People are literally dying every single day over these drug wars. I've experienced it. And if you aren't dying, you're being ripped from your family and your community. And our families and our communities need us, and we need them. And that's being proven right now. So thank you guys again. I don't want to get too long-winded because y'all know I could talk about freedom forever. Keep sending those emails, Joie at the Freedom Line, JOIE at thefreedomline.com. I'll be printing them and hand delivering them tomorrow with a group of incredible liberty lovers. But I'm printing them tonight. So at 8 p.m. Mountain, which is 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, emails are cut off for this particular hearing. If you don't make that deadline, keep sending emails. From speaking with the DA yesterday, it sounds like they have absolutely no intention of releasing Adam, that they're going to continue to hold him in this cell, away from his family, away from his property, away from his dogs, away from his PTSD medication and the foods that keep him healthy. And for that, we're going to have to keep sending these letters in. It looks like I won't be getting to spend Christmas with Adam after all. Tune in tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Pacific at odyssey.com/@Adam Kokesh. And that's Odyssey, Odyssee. To catch a special broadcast of Adam versus the Man, where we will be live streaming the trial, and you will have the opportunity to call in and listen. And when you call in, the judge sees that. So it's court support. It's almost as if you're sitting in the lobby, right? Or in the courtroom. Which will be a thing if they don't do what's right and let our guy go. But for right now, you can be there for Adam from the comfort of your couch. The last 2 attempts they made at this arraignment hearing weren't very long, so this isn't going to take up much of your day. 10 to 15 minutes is all it took. Again, this is a very small town, and I can't imagine there's too much traffic through their courts, except for the money grab charges like Adam's experiencing right now. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. Joie at the Freedom Line, JOIE at thefreedomline.com. Get me those emails. And I will get down there tomorrow. Get that police report. Get these emails to these people. And we'll see what happens next. There's a good chance Adam versus the Man might be going to a twice-a-week format, depending on how this stretches out. So we want to make sure to keep you guys involved. And rest assured, if they do decide to imprison Adam, his efforts will go on from inside. Because throwing somebody in a cage doesn't take their freedom necessarily. Hopefully we see our guy Wednesday. If not, the Freedom family will continue to move forward with Adam's spirit and direction at heart. You guys remember, pass joints, not judgment. We are all in this together.
I'm the Commander-in-Chief, and I approve this message. Visit platoon420.com today and take the pledge. I will stand tall in the face of tyranny for the best interest of myself and my community. I denounce the archaic drug laws that have made victims of people they were written to protect, and I will not support any legislation that regulates what a person puts in their body.